Hi everybody, this is Bobby with BC Designs, and I have a cute gift card holder I'm going to share with you guys today. I am doing a craft fair Friday night. It's a ladies' night out, and I'm going to have these gift cards, and then everybody can assemble them so that way they can stamp and kind of get used to it and see what stamping is all about. But inside is just a super cute gift card holder. I mean, it's just a place for your gift card. And I am going to make them. I'm mass producing, so I need something that is super quick and not going to take a long time for somebody to put together. Okay, I just put that bow on there, so that is throwing me off. I added that last minute. And I am going to suggest you make your belly band just a little bit bigger than what I made. I just kind of put a little bit too much glue, but I put mine, or made mine, I think it was 8.5. Let me see. Yeah, I switched mine down to 8.5, and I would at least make it 9. I'm just going to be very careful when I put it on here today, but I'm going to show you. I'm using the Christmas Greenery dies, the traditional labels, and these are the bundles that the stamp sets that they coordinate with. And I have been discovering I am really enjoying stamping with the Christmas Greenery instead of just die cutting everything out with the DSP. And I know I've made a lot of cards doing that, just die cutting everything out of the paper, but I also wanted to show you my flower. I thought I was going to put 2 on, but I just didn't have enough room. I guess I could have put 1 over there, but I decided to only do 1 because, like I said, I want to make it quick and simple and easy for everybody. So I've already made my flower, and I just stamped it in Pull Party, put the center in cherry cobbler, and then old olive for my leaf, and then die cut those out. So, and then I'll also, like I just said, I just at the very end decided to put that bow on to see if I like it. So I will tell you my card base is Pull Party, and it's 8.5 by 3.5, and I'm going to score it at 2 and 6. And then the DSP that I'm going to need for the top half is 3.25 by 2.25. The DSP for the bottom is 3.25 by 1 3/4. And I just told you the belly band is 8.5 by 1, but I would suggest going ahead and doing it at 9 or 10, and you can cut the excess off. And then the white for the inside, I just had my piece. Hopefully this one's it, and it's not the one I cut wrong. Let me see what my measurement says this is. It should be 3.25 by 2. So this one is 3.25. Yep, this is the right one. I cut the first one the wrong size and had to redo it. And then I am also using my 1-inch circle punch to make the little notch on the inside. So let me move this out of the way. This will be a super quick video. And I'm just going to grab my scoreboard. And on our long side, we're just going to make those 2 scores, which was 2 and 6. And so your piece that is a little bit wider here, that's going to be your top, and this is going to be your bottom. So let's just burnish the score lines. Super easy. Just fold those in, and then I like to unfold it when I'm putting my DSP on so I can kind of see what I'm doing and see my score lines. So I'm just going to use some regular seal. I almost called this snail. And we'll just put this right on the front with a nice little border, and then we'll flip the bottom one around. I hate to cover up that beautiful DSP, but sometimes you have to choose which side you want to use. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do some stamping here really quick. So I'm going to use cherry cobbler, and I'm going to do to and from right here at the top. And then we're going to do 'Tis the Season right below that. So we'll just center that the best we can and put that right there. And we'll lay that off to the side. And then on our label, I die cut that out using the coordinating die. So I used this one here. and we're going to stamp the Mary first. And I'm going to stamp it just a little bit to the right. Well, I'm going to just do it like I did before. I'm going to stamp it kind of in the center, but just a little bit to the right. And you'll see why here in just a minute for the Christmas to fit on there. And then we'll just ink Christmas up and stamp it right about there. So that T, I didn't want it getting in the way of anything, so that's why I did that. Put this away. And then we'll go ahead and put this on the inside at the top. Just put it right. And you could leave it blank too if you wanted to like write somebody a note. You could just put the to and from. And now, oh, let me grab my tear tape. I'm trying to see if I can see it. But before I add the tear tape, I'm going to take my 1-inch circle punch, and I'm not going to go in very deep. I'm just going to center it and then just pop that out like that. And then we're going to take tear tape, if I can find the end, and we're just going to put it right along. We want it as close to the edge as we can get without going over. And I like to flip it over so I can see. If I did go over a little bit, I can roll it back over onto the cardstock so it's not going to be sticking to everything. And I like to give it a little push with my fingernails, which right now I don't really have fingernails. Working with what I got though. Okay, now we'll just fold that up, and then let me grab my gift card to show you. And this is why you don't want to get that tear tape over this way. You want your gift card to be able to fit in there nicely. Then we'll take the belly band, and I was just centering mine. Whoops. So I'm just laying it down there, kind of putting it in the center. And you do want to leave room for it to slide. And then I just kind of burnish it with my finger. And then this is what I'm going to show you. Barely, just barely have an overlap. So that's why I said I kind of was a little bit cheap, I guess, with mine on that one. And I should have cut it just a little bit bigger. And this part doesn't matter because we're going to cover it anyway with our sentiment. And I'm going to put 3. And I just lined them right up the middle, but you can just do them on, I do want to put this down just a little bit lower, so I am going to try to move this one down because I want to really make room for that bow that I decided to add last minute. So I thought, well, if I move the sentiment down a little bit, that should work. Okay. And then we'll pop this right there in the center. I must have cherry cobbler on my finger because I see just little feints of it popping up on my card. Okay. And then let's put this one right where we did the other one. We'll pop out our little bow. And when you pop it out, you want to make sure, if I can get mine to come out. Come on, there we go. So keep this little piece right here because you actually are going to use that. I'm just trying, there we go. I'm just trying to get mine flipped over. So I'm going to just pick up a mini glue dot, or you could use green glue. I just don't want to get my fingers all sticky right now. So I just kind of roll it up in a little ball, stick it right there where I need it to be. And then we're going to put this part of the bow. Sorry, you guys, if I was out of frame on that. My crazy camera stand. You guys have probably heard me complain about this more times than you wish, but it decided it was going to start making, as soon as I put my phone in it, it was leaning and falling. So I had to raise it up super high in a position that I don't like to get it to stick and stay in my phone to not be moving. And so I know I'm kind of like low, the camera's kind of low, but I didn't have time to actually fuss with it too much before I started this video. Okay, so I'm just using, I just put a mini glue dot, and then we'll just put this right there to the top because it'll end up sliding off as well. And then I was going to add, if I can find them really quick, hold on just a minute and let me find, they should be right here in front because I just had them. Well, I bet I'm designing a class actually with this. My next online class is going to be using the stamp set, but let me grab the embellishments. Sorry about that. Okay, so I think I'm going to use, let's use the Pull Party since our base is Pull Party. And I feel like I haven't used a lot of the Pull Party ones. Okay, and we'll just put one here. And then let's grab one of the bigger ones. And let's put it right there. Very pretty. That really finishes it off, I think. Okay, guys, that is it for my gift card holder that I'm sharing with you guys that I'm going to be making at a craft fair. I hope that you guys like the video. If you do, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers. I would be very happy if you would subscribe, hit the like button, and you can follow me on Facebook as well. Thanks, guys.